This is the Radio Dog Podcast Network. Welcome to the Rick Dollar Show podcast. Here's a guy who thought those voices in his head sounded familiar. Your host, Rick Dollar.
I had such a great time with Katelyn sitting at Randy Wood Guitars and Music this week, and there's all kinds of great stuff coming up.
Rick Dollar here for the Rick Dollar Show. We are live at Randy Wood's Guitar and Music and Randy Wood's Old Time Pickin' Parlor tonight. And I have Katelyn from Backline with me. How are you, youngin'?
Good, how are you?
Man, I ain't seen you in a coon's age.
I mean, probably 2 children ago or
something. Oh my gosh.
Something like that.
Well, you've been busy doing something, that's all I can say.
We can watch more TV, I think.
Yeah, it's probably make it a little cheaper on you.
Yeah.
But it would be worse at tax time.
That's true.
So, there you go.
Take the positives with it.
Exactly. Yeah. So glad to see you guys got here safely.
Yes.
Of course, the interstate these days is
so fun.
Friggin' crazy. I mean, Highway 95 coming down to Georgia is a complete nightmare.
Yeah. Well, and then you had 26 in South Carolina, and you really got you a good doozy.
Why in the world? I want to talk to the guy who came up with those ideas.
I want to talk to the guy who decided to start construction everywhere in South Carolina and never finish. Can we speak to him, please?
It's every 15 miles, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
They got a roundabout done. They've been working on it for 10 years. I mean, it's like, we're really going now.
Isn't that great? All right. Hey, this last record you had, I played the crap out of it. I hope you do some tunes from that from that record tonight. Because if people don't know what you can do vocally, okay, plus, I used to tell you all the time, you can write a song off a bottle of shampoo in the shower, and possibly, I think she could pull it off.
Well, I think we've done that once.
I think you probably have, but it's an amazing thing that you do.
Well, thank you.
You have a tremendous talent with all this songwriting that you do, and we're just honored. I'm honored that I got to see you all those years doing what you did. When I first met you, you guys were playing Dollywood.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that was one of our biggest breaks that we got. 8 or 9 years ago now.
So.
And it was huge for us. We actually went there they were having individual hiring tryouts. They were actually hiring people.
I didn't know that.
Yes, at the Chapman Cultural Center in Spartanburg. And we had been playing about a year with the lineup that we had then, and we kind of just busted up in there. We called them and was like, "Hey, we got a band. We know y'all do the bluegrass and barbecue thing. Could we come show you what we do?" And they hired us, and we got to go there for a couple of years. But yeah, that's where we first met you.
Immediately,
yeah,
I'm sure. Good God.
It was fun. It was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I remember sitting there just listening to you guys playing. I was like, oh my gosh. I was working for Poor Mountain Records at the time, and just a pup in the business, I guess you'd say, more than anything. But I knew what I was hearing was great, and it was going to be good. And you can see the longevity that you guys have had.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. We're going on 10 years. We just hit our 10-year mark in February.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, and we're on, this new band lineup that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really the only one left from that first group that started everything, and now we have a whole new lineup and new music. We're signed with Mountain Fever, so we're just trying to stay busy. Yeah, and
things happen for a reason.
For sure. We had a little slump there for a little while and had to do some rebuilding, and through that, I think it really did us a lot of good. It did me a lot of good. It opened up doors for me songwriting wise to do co-writing in Nashville with different people, and it just gave me more of appreciation for what we have and what we're able to do.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and it was, you can lose your appreciation for things like that, I think, when you're, on a high COVID hit.
Yeah.
We had some of the biggest dates that we had booked, and then from there it was like rebuild. But I'm more appreciative of what we get to do today than I was back then because of that.
Well, and I think that you can take advantage of more of the opportunities that you have today, because you're not sitting in the back of the room thinking, gosh, are we good enough? Are we, can we do this? Can we do that? And you guys can. It just happens, you know?
Yeah.
And that means a lot.
Yeah, we were talking about it coming up the road today. We definitely want people to see, especially the group that we have. We're having so much fun playing the music we're doing right now. And we definitely want people to see that we're enjoying what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And that we really care about the quality of music we're putting out. And
exactly.
I think you can lose that too. I mean, the road life, the things that people don't see, they make you tired sometimes as a musician, And, but the music, the love of it and getting to do it and working with people that you really enjoy being with and stuff, you can't trade that for anything, any kind of feeling. It's awesome.
Yeah, you just think about this. What if you were like somebody like Del McCurry or somebody like that?
Yeah.
How would you travel? How would you,
Yeah.
How could you do that?
There's a lot of work that the fans, that's why we love to try to share some behind the scenes stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that goes to it that you don't get to see. You see us on stage, but you don't get to see all of those things. I couldn't imagine Dale and them, man. I couldn't. They're awesome.
I saw Tominski a couple of weeks ago, man, and I was like, we were just horsing around. I walked around this corner, and there he was. He was smoking a cigar, and I was like, "You seen Dan Tominski?" And he was like, "Nope, I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know that guy."
Yeah, let me go to the bus over here see if I can find him. But, his thing is, Dan's been out there forever. I mean, we can go down a whole list of people that have been out there forever.
For sure.
And what can you do? You gotta love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
And I mean, how have things changed with a different lineup now? I mean, these guys, I know a couple of these guys, and they're just like, rock hard as a hammer, man. I mean, these dudes can do it.
Yes, they can. They're great. They're super talented. Man, just so many things. Traveling with these guys has been so special. And the music that we're getting to make right now, we've had Jeff Parton as a producer come on. So he's produced this record and our next record coming. And that's been awesome because it's, how would you say, it's stretched us, it's pushed us into different veins that we haven't been in before. And these guys are coming right along with it. I mean, we're just really trying to hone in and tighten the music up as much as we can. Yeah. But then also, we have a lot of fun on stage. And we want our audiences to have fun.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, but, I think the growing pains and stuff like that that can come along in the future, I mean, can be a real pain in the rump. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen guys that were just like one festival season and they're not done, but they're sitting there thinking, do I really want to do this?
Yeah, been there for sure. And that's kind of where we were 3 or 4 years ago. It was like, man, are we ever going to be able to get this thing built back and making music that we want to be making and sharing something that we want to be sharing. And over that course of time and being able to get these guys to come in and be a part of the band and building that, because it takes probably about a year to build that cohesiveness with everybody. Like everybody's still getting to know each other and still, still learned each other on stage. And it was so quick with these guys. I mean, it came together really well. And the growing pains, those thoughts of, man, are we going to get this back? Are we going to be able to perform where we want to be performing at the level we want to be performing? And once you finally get there, it's like,
There's a place tucked away in the mountains where time slows down just enough for you to catch your breath. And that place is Marion, Virginia. Known as America's coolest hometown, Marion blends rich Appalachian heritage with a fresh, vibrant energy that you can feel the moment you arrive. Stroll historic Main Street. Take in a live show at the beautifully restored Lincoln Theater, or explore great outdoors along the scenic Hungry Mother Park, where the views are so unforgettable. Whether you're chasing live music, small-town charm, or a weekend escape that feels like home, Marion delivers it all with a handshake and a smile. So pack up, head for the hills, and discover why folks don't just visit Marion. They come back again and again. Plan your trip today and experience Marion, Virginia, where the mountains meet the music.
And now, back to more fun.
Then we're not there yet. We haven't arrived.
Yeah,
but once you get to the place where you know, like, everybody's having a good time on stage and the music is cohesive and it's something that you're proud to present to people and share with people, like, you can't beat that feeling.
Oh,
you know?
I totally understand. I mean, I really do. I've seen guys that, I thought were going to be out there forever.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden you hear that they're not.
Yeah, which is so sad.
I know.
Because they have such gifts and talent to give, and it's like, man.
Some of them used to come here and I'd be like, oh, hey, man, God, hugging and everything. And then you're like, wow, what happened?
Yeah, I think now, in the last couple of years, the enjoyment that we've gotten out of doing this and the challenges that we've gotten to overcome through it, I don't know if I'd be able to, like, step out of the industry that easily. You know what I mean?
Have you stepped out of that comfort zone?
A good bit. Oh yeah,
Have you?
For sure. Especially writing in 2024. I did the most, like, co-writing I'd ever done.
Really?
With professional writers. Like you're talking Rick Lang was the first one that, he called me and actually did a co-writing session with him for the first time as what I would say, like, a professional, published writer.
Exactly.
And I was sick as a dog. I was so nervous.
Rick, she didn't mean that.
Oh, no, not for you, for me. I was so nervous because I thought, man, he is so talented and he does this for a living,
I know, man.
And to go in, I was like, I'm such a pup in this scene. I don't know what I'm doing here. And he was so kind, and he gave me just a great perspective on how I would want to be as a writer, to invite people in to write. And he was like, I just want it to flow. We're just going to have fun, have a conversation.
Exactly.
And it did. And it was a great opening for me. And then from that, it just kind of evolved. Got to work with some great friends of mine, Heather Mabe and Gina Britt and just some different writers, Caroline Owens, a lot of people. And, it's been really
shocked.
fun.
And I don't mean this in a negative way, but I have seen Caroline here before.
Yeah.
And she was the consummate performer. I mean, giving it everything she had.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, she has shocked me on how she's coming to her own as far as songwriting. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Great storyteller.
Oh,
she's a big reader. She's a big reader.
Kidding.
Yeah, big reader.
Didn't know that.
And I think that influences a lot of your imagination. It keeps it alive. And
I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Abracadabra, Rick Lang comes around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right. Yeah, him, Brink, Don Kenny, all those guys.
They can pull it out of you before and you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? I don't know. They just knew what to say, An
amazing experience from this year. I think it was this year. But got to go sit into a songwriting at Donnie Ulysses with Don Kenny.
Yeah.
The way they think and the way they, just out of the blue just hit you right in the face with this amazing line or their thought process of the song. It's just, I'm just over there going, I'm not.
But you've got that naturally. And that's not something that everybody can say.
Well, thank you.
And I know, but you know that you have this because it can be, a great thing and then a bad thing sometimes. Because, you can probably be thinking of, oh man, I can't wait to go to sleep tonight. I'm so tired. And then all of a sudden something comes up.
Yeah.
And then you're done for the night because if you don't write it down, you're dead.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
We were on spring break with the kids.
Uh-oh.
And Wednesday morning I woke up with the melody that was driving me nuts.
See?
And I sent a text message because I needed to hear it on the banjo. So I sent a text message to Doug and I said, listen, this is going to be crazy, but I need you to go down, 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 down. And I did the whole night live.
And you actually did it that way?
Oh, yes, exactly. Just like
God.
that. I can play it for you later. But I did it, and so a few hours later, he sent it back, and I was like, I do apologize for how horrible this is going to be. But
Sorry about that.
Yeah. And then all day long, it was just like And so they were wanting to play games and stuff, and I ended up in the cabin with my guitar, like hammering one out. And the next morning, they were talking about not, they played this game or that game, and my husband was like, "Yeah, your mom was in there hammering out some music. She had to get it off her chest."
She's doing what she's got to do.
But it's so true. It's like it gets, sometimes you wake up with it, and it's like, man, I got to get this out of my head before it drives me nuts.
What do you do? I mean, it's sort of a not. I don't want to say it's a curse sometimes, but sometimes it can really.
Holler Trading Company, where one style fits all.
Mess up what's happening around the house.
It can get your head, I mean, there's been some dishes that have not been washed quick enough because I was at the table writing something.
I don't want to know about that.
No, it's
but it's
they got washed eventually. We washed them
eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many kids do you have now?
I have 3.
Wow.
I have my
son. You just
son.
had one child when I knew you.
My boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walker's 11 now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He was 6 months when we started traveling and stuff. And then now I have our oldest daughter is just turned 8. And then we have a little girl, our youngest. She just turned 5, so she'll start school this year.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good luck with that.
Time's a flying.
Don't cry.
They were supposed to act like their daddy. And they don't.
Oh, man.
I'm looking at a mirror of myself. So.
Then you're going on.
Yeah.
No.
Why are you acting like me? He's so
that?
much more calmer. But
How do you deal with 3 children? Now, don't get me wrong here. 3 children, songwriting talent like you have, music career, and all that stuff.
A lot of villagers.
Okay, that's good.
No, yeah. I mean, I get to. I've always worked from home, and then so I work from home, and I have been there with the kids. I've actually got to stay at home with all of them until they start school, so that's been kind of cool.
That is good.
And then obviously modern technology, you can do a lot more writing sessions on Zoom and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But then my parents, my sister, my parents, they love to get the kids, let them hang out there at the farm and play and have the weekend there. So and then my husband's great. He's just, I couldn't do without him.
I'm telling you.
So, and his mom is 20 minutes from us, so the kids kind of rotate sometimes when mama's gone.
Good.
Yeah. So they get a lot of grandparent time.
It's all set up for you to be able to do this.
Yeah, it's a blessing for sure, yeah.
I mean, life's been good to you.
Now, it doesn't mean that it's not crazy.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's crazy.
Hey,
but
when we have the grandkids, man, you're like, hey, don't you need to go home?
Yeah. During touring season, my granny always picks up me. She was like, you don't know your head from your tail where you're going.
You don't.
And I called her, was it last week? I called her last week and I said, hey, Granny, I want to come in and take you to dinner real quick. She said, Lord, you're in town, just go home. And I said, no, I'm coming into town to leave, but I wanted to take you to dinner. We always pick at each other about that.
But you got to think about that. She grew up in a different time, in a different era, and now she probably doesn't understand that you're having to deal with all that.
She just knows I'm crazy. That's all.
Well, but there's something to be said for crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway.
We're not bad crazy.
Nah, are we? I don't think.
We'll see.
I don't know. Glad my wife's not
Don't
here.
ask my husband now.
She'd be like, oh no, you don't know. He's crazy,
We're a lot of fun, Rick. That's what we are. Fun.
Fun. Okay, that's all right. Well, tell me something about this record that I was so flabbergasted about. You had a couple of really big songs off that record. You want to talk about those real quick?
So which record were you
talking about? The one, just the last one that you did. I think you I think you did that with Mountain Fever.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the one that we have, we're dropping singles off right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's called Turning New Ground, and it should be fully released to digital platforms in October.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is we've been having hard copies on the table. So the only place you could get hard copies is at the table.
That's awesome.
So far. And it's been really, really, really fun. This record has a lot of original music on it, and some that are by other writers and things like that. But this one, we really wanted it to be special. This was a comeback record for us. I mean, we hadn't had a record since we released Ticking of the Clock was the last one we released.
What's the one before that had that like a
Salem Town?
Oh my gosh, man.
That was awesome. Yeah,
that was a killer.
That was
song.
super fun.
Yeah.
And that record did great. That was actually pre-COVID, so that was in 2018.
Gosh,
and then
see, I'm losing track of time.
Yeah, dude. So 2018, Salem Town, and then fast forward through COVID, around 2020. I think that was 2021 or 2022 when we released Ticking of the Clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had, rebuild and restructure through that. And then 2024, we started we finished the record that we have right now that we're dropping singles off of.
Yeah.
And so that's the newest one with Just Country. And that was the first record that Jeff came to be a part of our, as a producer for the band. He produced my solo project. I did a solo project in 2023, I believe it was. And so Jeff and I worked through that, and with Aaron.
You can't help it. You have to do something.
Something, yeah.
Well,
for sure.
But that's a good thing. That's the way it should be.
For sure. And I had the songs on the solo project, I always present to Backline first.
Yeah.
Anything that I've written personally, not always co-writes, because, you want to work with that writer and see what they want to do, or their publisher or whatever. And so with the solo project, I had already presented these songs to Backline, and through the years, they just kind of got put in the catalog. Yeah. So I went through and just kind of combed some out, cut a solo project, trying to keep Backline's kind of name in the waters.
Exactly.
Until we could get a record and get signed and all that. So kind of trying to use that as a trampoline to push the band forward.
Well, it worked.
I'm thankful. So we did that solo project, went into the studio with Jeff and cut Turning New Ground. And what's funny is Jacob, he was hired the week before we went into the studio.
Wow.
And sent in the material for
and
this,
then he just
this record.
hit the ground running.
Yeah, for sure. Him and David. David wasn't long before him, but yeah.
Man, that is so unusual.
Wild.
You cannot find that these days.
Oh yeah. It was wild. It was a rodeo for sure.
That's a shocker, man.
Yeah. But it's really cool.
I had no idea.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Rick Dollar Show podcast.
Hey, if you love real music played by real musicians, it's time you experience a night at Randy Wood's Old Time Pickin' Parlor in Bloomingdale, Georgia. This legendary listening room is where world-class pickers, bluegrass greats, Americana artists, singer-songwriters, and roots musicians take the stage to play the music the way it was meant to be heard, up close, personal, and full of soul. No big arena distractions here, just great sound, great people, and unforgettable live performances in one of the most respected acoustic venues anywhere. Whether it's blazing banjo, sweet harmonies, or a hot fiddle tune that gets your heart going, you'll find it on stage at Randy Wood's. Make plans now to catch an upcoming show. Bring some friends and be part of the music tradition that keeps on living. Randy Wood's Old Time Pickin' Parlor, Bloomingdale, Georgia, where the music never gets old. Check upcoming performances and ticket info online, and we'll see you at the Pickin' Parlor.
Yeah, it's really cool though, because these guys came in, like you said, hitting the ground running.
Yeah.
And when we went into the studio for Turning New Ground, we had charts. Like we had Nashville numbers charts, and that was it. And Jeff, and we had an idea of the melodies of the songs, but it was all created.
That was about it.
In them, yeah. It was all created in the studio, so it's very organic.
What do you attribute that to? I mean, it's not just one person in the band, but I think being able to have a synergy amongst 3 or 4 people at least. I mean, you can always teach somebody to play something
For sure.
but when you can get that synergy, man,
Oh yeah.
that's the deal right there.
I don't know. I think it's knowing. I feel like you know what sounds you want to produce. Like there's something in you that says, I want my music to feel like this or convey this feeling to the listener or this message. And then finding musicians that, one, you can get along with and one that y'all have great friendships with, because that's huge. I mean, you're going to spend
massive.
a ton of hours together, And so, making sure that personalities kind of flow, but then also that you're able to create that tone and that vibe and feel with the way that they play or their influences, And
it's so hard to do.
Yeah, for real.
I don't see how people do that. I mean, it doesn't.
I'm not going to say I did it right or not. I'm just thankful it worked out. Because it worked out.
We're not going to say anything about right or wrong here, because I don't think in the music business you can go, hey, this is the right way and this is the wrong way.
Yeah, absolutely.
If so, and you could write a book, you wouldn't have to sing.
I think I've always been a real lover of harmonies.
Yeah.
And so for me, when looking and talking to people, and I was able to talk to a ton of friends in the industry and say, hey, what do you think? Who do you think would be a good fit? I think I just knew the sound I wanted to help the band produce. I wanted to play this kind of music and this feel, But then also, there was just things that I'd heard growing up that I loved tones of and sounds. And so in talking to the musicians, I just had an idea of who I wanted to bring in, that I knew what I was looking for, if that makes sense. And so for Jacob, for instance, the banjo player, I was scouring hills and valleys and low places and high places for a good banjo player. And
hills and I think that's an old Led Zeppelin song.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway.
I actually came across a something out of the Blue Ridge Amphitheater, Blue Ridge Appalachian Musicians or something.
Really?
And he had a picture on there from when he was 16.
Holy crap.
And so I was like, who is this guy?
Is that the JAM program, maybe?
Probably.
Junior Appalachian Musician?
Maybe.
Wow.
So he had that, and I learned that he was with IBMA youth band, the young people band.
Kids on Bluegrass.
Kids on Bluegrass, that's it, yeah. And started YouTubing the heck out of this guy. I told him, I said, I stalked you. I was trying to find anything. But I found a video, he was probably 18 at the time, and with him playing banjo with Rhonda Vincent. And I just remember I called Chris, because Chris has been with me, our bass player, Chris Williamson. He's been with us 6 years now. Mm-hmm. And I called him and I was like, this guy, this tone,
this is it right
this
here.
is what I love. This is the tone we're looking for. We got to find this guy. Where's he at? And luckily I found him on Facebook, and I shot Jacob a message and was like, bro, do you want to come try out for this banjo?
Right here.
Yeah. And it just happened, man. I mean, and then David and Alex, we've all kind of known each other through the years through our grandparents and our parents and stuff like that. Yeah. So it just meshed, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Good God. Well, I'm just glad it all happened.
I'm just giving you all the scoop, Rick.
No, I mean, that's good. These are things I didn't know, and I thought I knew more than I did.
No.
Which is common.
Well, it's been a while.
My wife.
She'll
tell you
while.
that too.
No.
He don't know half what he says he knows.
But this new record has been so fun.
That's good.
We've released, I think, 4 tracks now with Mountain Fever, and they've all done really, really well, but we're received a lot more than we even anticipated.
Yeah.
And so we got a lot more coming. So we're really excited.
I'm glad to hear it.
Really excited.
I just can't wait to see you hit that stage out there, man. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of years since I've seen it.
It has. This is a long-awaited reunion.
This is a reunion. Yeah, this is something that we haven't done in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be a good time.
Yes, it is. All right, young lady, I'm going to let you get out there, and you guys need to get sound check, and Robert's probably losing his mind because you're not out there, okay?
Well, we appreciate you taking the time with us.
Hey,
it's good to see you.
Katelyn, I love you, man.
Love you too.
We need to do this more often.
Let's do it.
All right, Rick Dollar here for the Rick Dollar Show podcast. We're live at Randy Wood's Guitars and Music And I'm with Katelyn from Backline.
Thanks for hanging with us for this week's episode of the Rick Dollar Show podcast. Don't forget to visit all of our partners who make the show possible every week. Be sure to head over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts to leave us a review or a comment to win some cool merchandise from Hopeless Holler Trading Company. And now, here's some credits. See ya!
This has been the Rick Dollar Show podcast. The Rick Dollar Show podcast is produced by Radio Dog Productions. Theme music is written and performed by Jeremy Garrett at garrettgrass.com. The Rick Dollar Show podcast cannot be reproduced or rebroadcast without express written consent from Radio Dog Productions. I'm Kent Jones, and this has been a Radio Dog production.